If I learned anything from my recently failed van trip down to Florida, it's that you won't get very far without a plan. So once I was back home and ready for another adventure, I promised myself I would plan things properly this time, while still leaving enough room for some spontaneity when the opportunity arises. This time, I'll be taking a tour of 4 different national parks surrounding the lower Appalachian mountain range, plus meeting up with some friends along the way, and continuing my goal of visiting every national park in the country. Last night, I finally made it here to my campsite at Great Smoky Mountains, but unfortunately, ever since I woke up this morning, it has been just drizzling rain. And even though it doesn't really look like it's gonna let up anytime soon, I don't want to let that stop me from going on a hike to Rainbow Falls. So I'm gonna drive to the trailhead now and hopefully not get too drenched while I'm out there. So it is in fact still raining, but I'm at the Rainbow Falls trailhead and I'm gonna head up there now. When it comes to hiking, rain complicates everything. It forces you to think ahead about the amount of layers you bring, what kind of layers you bring, and to prioritize which layers you get wet. Because they will get wet. It's just a matter of strategically letting some clothes get wet while other items dry. I'm not gonna lie to you and say that this is the most enjoyable way to see a trail, but despite the complications, I do have it all to myself. Unsurprisingly, I have Rainbow Falls all to myself. Unfortunately, no rainbows here, but the hike up was nice, and it is an impressive waterfall. Well, it is definitely starting to rain, so I'm heading back down the trail, and I will see you back at the van. Well, as cool as that was, I think it's probably time to get out of here, dry off, and have some dinner. Well, I was lucky enough that the rain stopped this morning enough so that I could make breakfast and even set up my hammock. But it is supposed to just continue to be off and on all day. So I'm gonna head over to the Chimney Tops trailhead and hopefully get in a hike there during one of the drier periods of the day. So I read that basically the last half mile of this trail is just like a bunch of stone steps. And here they are, I guess. Oh no. It is very possible I'm not going to be able to see anything. Oh. Wait, I spoke too soon. There it is. Oh my god. I gotta be honest, it does remind me a bit of, you know, the Grinch, like the original Grinch, like Mount Crumpet. It's like cartoonishly pointed, and it looks just like that. Well, that's it. I was aware that the trail was closed basically just before the actual peak, but I wanted to see it anyways, and even if it wasn't closed, it would be so dangerous. It's rainy and wet and all the rocks are going to be slick. Even though the rain is pretty annoying, it is probably for the best because this is actually the most visited national park in the entire country, and I can't even imagine how busy it must be here when the weather is actually good. The popularity of this park is made apparent as soon as you enter downtown Gatlinburg. The streets here are full of tourist attractions, shops, and restaurants. So I'm here to get out of the rain for a bit, have some dinner, and hope for some better weather tomorrow. Dinner was great, and now I am back at the campground to get to bed early because it looks like tomorrow morning it's going to clear up a little bit, and I'm hoping to make it to Clingman's Dome in time for sunrise. So I didn't exactly make it up here to Clingman's Dome in time for sunrise. Not that it would have mattered because I don't think I would have been able to see the sun up here anyways. Knew I was just walking towards disappointment as I approached the observation tower. Weeks earlier, I had literally cried with excitement while watching the sunrise here from a webcam in anticipation of this trip. But I definitely wasn't here at sunrise, let alone in clear conditions. So with nothing to see from the tower, I decided to make my way back towards the van. Dude, that is so disappointing. I'm a little over it right now. I'm very over being a drowned rat on literally every single hike I go on. And I'm about to make my way to the southern part of the park. I did have another hike planned there today, but if it's still raining when I get there, I'm going to have a change of plans. Well, it's finally started to clear up, but it's a little bit too late in the afternoon to go start a hike to Shuckstack Fire Tower. So instead, I'm just gonna hang out here. This is a really like nice campground attached to a fancy lodge sort of thing. And I also have electrical hookup here because I have not had solar power in 3 days due to the rain. So I'm going to take my time, let things charge, and maybe I will tackle the fire tower tomorrow. Finally, it stopped raining, and I'm so glad because I really was not looking forward to doing the final hike of the trip in the rain again. So I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable in this weather.
Blue dew, blue moon, kinda mysterious, shaded with someone I'm not really into. Do you need to fix it?
I just realized I'm wearing the perfect shirt to go to this fire tower.
Your eyes look dull.
I actually see it. I can see the fire tower way up there. And I think I have like a mile left to go.
Not blue, not blue. Blue dew, bad mood. Sort of witty and jaded, but let's not talk about you. Your coyote song on a rerun. Are you hound dog tired, singing all night long?
I made it. I truly very often forget that I'm kind of afraid of heights. So I don't know why I really wanted to do this, but the hardest part was going up the fire tower because I don't know, man. It just gets me. I am really glad I came up here though, and I think this was the perfect way to end the trip. Now I gotta go back down. Well, I think that was a good way to end things, and now all I have to do is drive back home. Thank you all for joining me on my Appalachian tour. I think all my planning really paid off, and I already can't wait to head to my next destination. I'll see you out there.